to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft. Here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It is Friday. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everyone?
I was thinking about my partner last night.
What'd you think about?
Watching all those fast 40s at the Combine, and I remember that time you ran a 4.8 for my Dallas Cowboys at your pro day. 4.8. That's what they told me.
You know what?
4.8?
You need to stop disseminating information that's untrue.
Speed is not everything, right?
It is not the end all be all.
Everything. Nope.
4.8.
You're in the Hall of Fame.
Fine. I think that's the lesson.
Jenny, please don't repeat that. You know, repetition of untruth doesn't make it true.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to know what I would get if I was seen running. So we have so much to get to today. Does LeBron have a shot at catching Giannis in the MVP race?
How we know he ain't in the league?
Catching. Plus, I'm excited about this. Patriots superfan Mark Wahlberg in studio with us later. He's going to discuss where he thinks Tom Brady is going to end up. Is he staying? Is he leaving New England? But first, we do have to talk about the Cowboys. The Dallas Morning News is reporting that the contract offered Dak Prescott back in September included $33 million a year with $100 million in guaranteed money. One team source said that it would help Dak if he contacted the Jones family himself instead of letting his agent handle things. And yesterday, Jerry said the deal is more than just Dak. Take a listen.
This is a deal that ultimately I have to do, and will have to. When I say do, I have to sign the check. So it's got to fit, and it has to fit a lot of things. And for me, this is not about that. It's about the team and about how to win. And that's not being in any way negative. I think the world of Dak, but it's about the team, and if it doesn't feel right, it won't happen.
All right, Shannon, should Dak make the call to Jerry?
Hell no. That's why you hire an agent. You know, Dak got rid of his original agent and signed with a company you two guys know very well, CAA. He went and got Todd France for this very reason. So in other words, and you see what they're doing, Jerry's good. Because Jerry and these owners, what they'll do, they'll put it out there for some of these media guys to go do it. So, in other words, Dak, why don't you call Jerry yourself and let him take advantage of you? Because Jerry is used to doing hundreds of million-dollar deals. Dak is not. So I got a representative. So that's like me having a lawyer. Hey, Shannon, why you don't get rid of your lawyer and just go to the court by yourself? Really? And let somebody that's trained, a prosecutor or another attorney, go head-to-head with Shannon Sharp that's unqualified to do this when I got representation. I wish I might do that, Jenny. Come on. Stop this. Skip, I think after you hearing Jerry Jones, you not feeling as good as you were before this deal will get done. But I told you from...
I am not.
Skip, I told you from the very beginning that this was about Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. There's no way in hell once those two guys signed, that Dak was going to sign behind them and take less money.
Okay.
And that's where we are. Skip, I do not believe, and I don't believe you believe, that Khalil Mack is a better player than Aaron Donald. But he got more money than Aaron Donald because he signed after Aaron Donald.
Okay.
Dak Prescott has said, hold on, these guys signed. Okay, they got whatever they got, 108 guaranteed, one got 112 guaranteed, average about 32 and a half, 33 million. You want me to take 32 and 100 million, which is less than what they got. So in other words, you want me, because they're advancing the football. So in other words, if I take this contract, I'm going backwards. Agents going to be upset, or the players are going to be upset because, Skip, we keep trying to push this thing forward. It's kind of like the stock market. We want it to keep climbing. We don't ever want to have a sell-off. No. And Jerry's playing hardball now because Jerry mad. Because this is the first time somebody said, Jerry, hell no. How you tell Jerry Jones no, Jerry? You know it's hard to tell Jerry Jones no. Because that's what Todd France and Dak Prescott's doing right now, Skip. They're telling him no. This is what it's going to take to get it signed. Don't need no $40 million, but I'm not taking less guaranteed money. I'm not taking less money than Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. That's not going to happen because it's not about, because maybe if you sign me before them, that $100 million guarantee, Skip, that looks good. But I'm signing that not knowing what these two guys in my draft class got. Now, I won just as many division titles as Carson Wentz. might have a better win-loss record than Carson Wentz.
Well, he does.
So I can't take less. And Jerry, Jerry's trying to play hardball now. He's sitting back in the chair, Jenny. You see, he's sitting back in the chair. He's like, I got to do this deal. I don't mean to sound negative. What you signing?
If it doesn't feel right, it won't happen.
Hey.
I have a responsibility to my salary cap first.
And Dak Prescott and Tar France says if it doesn't feel right,
we won't do it.
It won't happen.
Okay.
Something's going to have to give. Now, it seems like this tag is brewing. This franchise tag is brewing. It's right around the corner because they're going to have to make a decision in the next 2 weeks.
Coming right down the
pipe.
pipe.
You and I both know they're not letting Dak hit the open market. So they're going to tag him. It's already bad blood. See, it's best when things are like this is Skip. Jerry, don't say anything. Don't say it. It's best not to even say anything. So just let it go, Skip. And you keep saying, he's making all this millions of dollars off the... Drew Brees is the highest paid football player in Dorsey. $16 million. Tom Brady's at $12 million. We looked this up. Steve and I stayed up all night. Russ and Aaron Rodgers at 9. OBJ is at 5. Matt Ryan is at 5. Saquon Barkley is at 4.5.
I don't buy any of that. I think, I'm sorry, how do you know? Nobody discloses any of this.
Well, how did this get disclosed?
He's got 12 national TV endorsement contracts. I'm sorry, you can't tell me he's making under $3 million for 12 deals.
Yeah.
It's too much. They're too big.
So let me ask you a question. Do you believe LeBron James is making $50+ million? If Roger Federer is doing $50 million in endorsements?
Probably way more than that. Okay. That's what I would think.
Okay.
It's hard to know. And everybody always writes about they don't disclose. So you're guessing on that one.
All I'm saying is this. Well, how you going to say 50 million? Why not say 100 million? If you're going to disclose a number, because somebody put that out there. I believe somebody in the Cowboys camp put that out there. So if we put that out there, guess what, Jenny? The fans are going to say, Dak, you making 50 million. Why can I give Jerry a discount?
Okay.
Oh.
Here we go. Now I'm going to draw upon my considerable Dallas Cowboy historical knowledge.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to the teams I covered through the 1990s, the Cowboy dynasty that should have won like 5 straight Super Bowls, and we're going to get to the reason they didn't in just a moment, because it has to do with Jerry and his ego and his temper, okay? So what was the mantra in the locker room of the 1990s Cowboys? 1990s, this is Michael Irvin, Emmett,
Troy.
Company. Those two especially. The mantra was, if you got contract issues, make the call. Jerry Jones, to me, is the biggest pushover owner in sports, maybe in sports history, if you make the call. And I get what you said, and I'm going to get to the principle of what you're saying about CAA. But they decided that they all realized the breakthrough in any negotiation with Jerry would not come agent to Jerry or agent to Stephen Jones. It would come player to Jerry. So my classic anecdote was one Tuesday, off day, I just happened to be walking through the foyer at the front entrance to the Cowboy facility, not the locker room entrance. And I bump into, remember Nate Newton?
I do.
And Nate Newton was this USFL cast-off fat kid who almost couldn't make the team his first year, who transformed his body into a dominating Pro Bowl offensive guard. He was a dominator.
He was.
And it was time for him to get paid. And I saw him walk in the front door of the facility. I said, "What are you doing here on Tuesday?" He said, "I'm going up to see Mr. Jones." And I said, "Oh, you mean Daddy?" And he winked at me like, "Yep." And the next thing I knew, 2 days later, it was announced Nate got paid big because he went and appealed to Daddy. Again, Jerry views himself as daddy to all those players who will play up to him. You have to break the ice and come to him. You have to play to his daddy ego, okay? So it just kept happening. Michael Irvin could just play daddy and just turn him in circles when it came to contracts. Emmett tried to challenge daddy, and it cost him 2 games. They lost the first 2 games, but then it was Emmett who broke the ice, and he got in touch with Jerry and said, "Let's do that. Let's figure this out."
Right.
Okay? So it's making the call.
Right.
And then we have a long history, more recent. Romo, he didn't make the call. He just about lived with Daddy, you know, like he was a son. So you keep bringing up the Romo deal. It was outrageous what he did. He made him the highest, wasn't the highest paid overall player in football?
He was, 55 guaranteed,
and
108.
He hadn't earned it, except maybe at the box office, because he was a roller coaster ride every Sunday. You didn't know what you were going to get from him. Would he throw 4 touchdown passes or throw one to Denver to end the game against Peyton, right?
Oh, he threw 5 and like 500 yards that day.
There you go. and then we had this series of DeMarcus Ware was back in that day, and now Sean Lee made the call. DeMarcus Lawrence really made the call and got $100 million. Are you kidding me? And we came all the way up to Zeke. Remember, Zeke came back from Cabo and made the call when it looked like he was going to stay in Cabo for a couple of games, right? A couple of real games. Okay, so my point is, this is one way to go, but you have to swallow your pride, and you have to tell your agent to back off. I got this. I'm going to try this way to break the impasse, right? Okay, so again, you're represented by CAA. I'm represented by CAA. It's a great company. We believe in it. We trust it. And so does Dak Prescott. So his attitude, I'm guessing right now, is I changed agents and went to CAA for a reason. For this very reason, because they're really good at what they do.
You know,
so I'm going to trust them to do what they do.
Remember, we talked about it